So I was just having a little conversation, a little while ago with a fellow YouTube subscriber and stuff. Guy that came down here a few years ago, take a little vacation in the Orlando area, and it just so happened to be during the same time my family, my wife and kids, were going there too to take kind of a little weekend vacay. At I think it was like the Nickelodeon Hotel or something. It was like a little mini kind of a water park, not really a water park, but kind of a little bit. And he was like, "Oh, hey, we're coming down. We'd like to meet you." And I'm like, where are you going? When are you coming? What? Which hotel are you going to? What? Talk about universe lining up. This was a few years ago. So we chat every now and then. We were just chatting just a bit on, via text message. And he's like, I'm looking at Ethereum, man. It could go down into the hundreds. Like as in like 100 something. And not just a little bit, like 190, like, mid to low 100s. And he goes, what the Webbot thing said recently? There was going to be a shocking move. Of course, both up and down. And I'm thinking, yeah, I know. This could be it. So what is the thing that I said the other day? Matter of fact, it's probably the third time I've said this. And it should not scare you out of cryptos. It's not scaring me. As a matter of fact, I'm ready to make a play. But what I said was, whenever we find a period of time on the calendar where we can say, oh, ICO's coming out this date, call it a Monday. Ooh, another ICO I want to get. This would be a good one too. 2-3 days later. Oh my gosh, a third one. And I said, if we have just even a couple, 2 or 3 ICOs, initial coin offerings that sound good, there's going to be people who want in on them, it's going to cause a reaction in Ethereum to the downside. Why? In case anyone's new and hadn't heard this yet. Because when these companies come out with an initial coin offering, ICO, most every time, I've seen just a couple recently where they allowed you to use Litecoin or Bitcoin or whatever, not just Ethereum. But for the most part, it's Ethereum that's needed. And you give them Ethereum, I want to buy 10 Ethereum worth of whatever tokens I can get from you guys. Okay. Here's, 5,000 tokens in response to your, 10 Ethereum. And that company is using those Ethereum as essentially, piggy bank cash. But the only way they can do that, the only way they can go either A, buy office space or expand the office space needed to start dealing with creating this new token is to, get their hands on some money. So they have to take the Ethereum and go out to the market and unload it for US dollars. So they're going to go place a bunch of sell orders on Ethereum, which of course is going to bring the price down because there's going to be a lot of extra sell orders than normal during the day, and maybe the next day, and maybe the next day, depending on how quickly they decide to unload. And when you have one company doing that, and then, they're still unloading for the third day in a row, trying not to be too crazy about it, but now a new ICO came out, they're going to start unloading. Oh, and the third one's coming out. Guess what? We've got a train of unloaders. I can only hope that any of these companies that may be listening to this right now, take it easy. Don't unload, because number one, you're shooting yourself in the foot. I'm looking at Ethereum as I'm doing this video, this is what triggered it. Like, I got to do the video. It's just barely head above water at $202 as I'm talking right now. And I was watching it earlier, $215. And before that, $225, $230, whatever, somewhere around there. $223, whatever. So now it's down, nearing the 100 something mark. Now I want to just show you this. I always go to the site tradingview.com. You can sign up for free. You can chart all the, you can put up here the watch list. You can add a symbol, BTC, Ethereum, and like if you type Ethereum, it'll fill in the blank for you, but it'll also let you know, like you can look at the pair Ethereum to Bitcoin or just Ethereum to dollar, like here, over here. But if you look off to the right, these are both dollar-based but one is the Coinbase site. Here's one, Polynix, and then Cexo, whatever this is, Cexio. So if you'll notice, I have 2 Ethereum. This is the Coinbase price, and this is the Kraken price. They're both down, about the same, 201, 202. So I like to watch that, but you'll notice this is what we call a sea of red. And we also have Litecoin down to $44 from 52-ish recently. Dashcoin 190 something, 200. It was breaking records for itself while the other ones were down. Now it's down. Bitcoin, however, appears to be the least affected at $2,313, down 7.75%, while the rest of them are usually mostly in the teens here. Anyways, I'm just doing this video to prepare you that we may potentially see deep into the $100 something price for Ethereum over this week. It may run into next week. I don't know. This is my guess. He was charting it, talking about charting on his phone. Not that I need to even chart it to tell you this, because I know. When I said numerous times now, when we have some decent ICOs coming out that people want to get in on, we've got Pillar, we've got InsureX. InsureX is supposed to be tomorrow sometime. I believe. Last time I looked this morning, it looked like it was going to be Tuesday. So we might be getting the email from the Pillar guys today, which, as I'm doing this, is actually Monday evening. But maybe it'll be Tuesday, maybe it'll be Wednesday. We don't know. He talked about it being, the CEO Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, possibly for the pre-sale. And I'm going to tell you, as I was thinking all day today, I wonder if I should go ahead and do what I talked about other people doing. And Cliff High said there's going to be a lot of people doing it and being successful, which is you can play the ICO game all you want, but make sure you have some cash or Ethereum on the side to play this other game, which is simply, I want to play the Ethereum game only. So either A, if you're not messing with ICOs, but you've got some Ethereum, and you may look at the price now, it's already 200. As I'm talking, it's now 200. If I unload all my Ethereum right now, all of them gone, don't even play an ICO. I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about you. Because I still want to play this ICO game. I still want some Pillar, and I still want some InsureX. Let me just say that. And I am going to get some. But if I got a, fair amount of Ethereum left, and I were to unload those babies, and then, oh my gosh, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, holy crap, we are into the $100 something range for Ethereum. And I don't know where the actual bottom could be. But what if it's low 100s? 125, 120, right? And then I load the boat back up with however many Ethereum I can get. Well, I sold off at $200, and now I'm going to buy back at 120, knowing darn well it is going well past 200, 300 again, like it has always done, after the ICO mania slows down. You could potentially return most easily 50%, quite possibly 100 to 150%, maybe 200%. Just playing the Ethereum game. Forget the ICO, change for this over to this site, take this site, go to the ICO page, wait a few days for my token. The hell with that. I'm just going to sit back and play Ethereum game. You could do that. I've mentioned this at least no less than 3 times now. But the webbot did say, be prepared for some painful, essentially, moves down. But insanely high moves will be coming too. And he said, the whole crocodile teeth thing, yeah. In so many words, the whole crocodile teeth thing we've been telling you about that's been happening, get ready for part 2, like 2.0. If what we saw last 3 months was 1.0, get ready for 2.0. And 2.0 is more severe, both ups and downs. So I was up. Coinbase just touched 196, bounced immediately back to 198 on the Ethereum. Kraken is still stuck on 201, 14.9% down, while Coinbase 17 point whatever down. And Pillar hasn't happened yet. and Insure X hasn't happened yet. These companies are going to get all this Ethereum. And what if they get nervous? Guys, we had a goal of, for example, Insure X, we had a goal of around 1,600 minimal Ethereum worth we needed to get this project going. We've got some commercial commitments, as he said, that we could fulfill at that point. So that's the minimum. But he may have been making that commitment or thinking we needed 1,600 plus when Ethereum was $285 or $300, not $1.75 or $1.50 or even $200. So they may now need, 2,000 Ethereum to do the same thing. However, having said that, they and I say they as in all the ICOs I'm really talking about right now this week, which is Pillar and Insure X, and I think there's another one coming. But they may get nervous. Guys, we don't know how low this will go. We need to start unloading. We need to start unloading the ETH as soon as they come in. Because we don't want to take them. We need the money now to get started. We don't want to wait and, see our Ethereum go down even further in price. Let's unload now as it comes in. Thus causing even further price drops. Like what happened in any market. So I'm doing this video right now to tell you, be quite prepared to see some stomach-churning prices across the board, but specifically, and maybe quite heavily Ethereum over this week for the reasons I've just discussed. If you want to try to play it, go ahead and play it. As it isn't an urgent video, so I'm not releasing it. Oh, I got to release it tonight. It'll be released tomorrow morning with the rest of my videos. But I just want to cover that because you may be in a position to unload some ETH and then rebuy back lower and make a handsome, and I do mean handsome, profit just playing Ethereum. At the same time, I'm looking at Litecoin. They're all down, right? Litecoin's down 10%, $43. It was recently 52. Cliff High has told us Litecoin should do very well in the near future, like within the next few months, as in September, October timeframe. If his data is correct, and as you know, his data with cryptos is quite accurate. So it remains to be seen. That's another one. And he said, matter of fact, he told me specifically early on, before we even did the Three Amigos video, which is why I'm so glad I'm his friend. So glad. Me and Bix, actually, both. I think we're going to see triple digits in Litecoin, quite possibly as early as September. But you're going to see some movements, crocodile teeth like you ain't seen before. Buy the dips in July as they happen. Start buying the dips into Litecoin as they start happening in July. We're in July. Now, he told me this back in June. July 10th, which is the 11th tomorrow. You'll be seeing this. This is a big move down all across the board. And by God, I might want to buy the dip, as he said, right? So we shall see. I just wanted to do this video to give you a little heads up as to a potential move for you guys. Some of you may realize, man, I don't want to even mess with these ICOs. I'm hearing about people losing money. And this, you know what? I think I just want to buy some Bitcoin and Litecoin maybe, and Ethereum, and just kind of sit back. Great move. Great solid play, by the way. But the real solid play here isn't so much Bitcoin yet. It's Ethereum and Litecoin. So you may also say, well, at $200, I don't even know if I want to wait to see Ethereum go down to 125 or 50 or where the hell it's going to end up stopping. I'm going to unload now. Take all that. Oh, Litecoin's at 42, 43. Put it in Litecoin. Sit back. Screw the ICO. I don't want to get involved. I don't want to mess with that because it's too complicated and it's not. And I get it. But those of us who weave through that and figure out how to do the ICOs and move them, and as you've seen, boy, there's some great rewards, if you will, on some of these ICOs. Speaking of which, Ether Delta. Let me open that link up, actually. Veritasium still going at 0.6768, almost 0.7 to 1. 0.7 of a Ethereum, which is fantastic. Populist has been released, as you know. There's actually a link to that that's already trading. It's not the normal one. If you go there and click on the PPT thing on the left, that's the symbol, it doesn't actually come up. You've got to pick on a special link, which I've clicked on right now, and it's taking its sweet time for people to buy and sell Populous, which is actually doing pretty decent today. However, with the declining prices of Ethereum, it ain't nowhere near as good as it should be either, just like the pay token, because Ethereum is falling and people are like, oh, well, it's a losing. It was 80 cents. Now it's down to 70 cents, man. This is a lose. No. Ethereum was $323. It was down to $223 today, down to $200. We're talking a third lower. So if you want to calculate what Ethereum or what pay tokens are going for, you got to do it at the exact same price Ethereum was at when you made that transaction. And for me, I don't know about you guys, it was around 80 cents. But if I look today, because Ethereum is $200, it ain't looking like 80 cents. But if I change the price, the math, $323 Ethereum, oh, it actually isn't still making good money, which is what I've talked about before. So as soon as Ethereum recovers, these things will recover even more. Having said that, pay tokens right now, as I'm doing this video, I'm going to show you this. Here we go. And this actually, is this? Hold on, let me click on this link. This might actually, they may actually have it up now. Let me do it on this one. This is Veritasium. As you can see, 0.67, almost 0.7. You can see it over here on the right. 0.75, someone had, well, that's a tiny order. That doesn't even count. 0.69, another tiny order. These are probably people trying to move the market to make you think the price is going up. Basically 0.67. That's more than half of one Ethereum for Veritasium. That is insane. Unbelievable high price. However, PPT, they've got it linked now, it looks like, because I can see orders. So never mind. I talked about the special link. Forget the special link. It's here now. All you got to do over on the left, find PPT, click it. This is the Populous token. 0.21, right? 0.02. Let's bring up the handy dandy calculator. Okay. So we can do this. Do it. F it. I'll do it live. 0.021. Again, let's go back to the approximately $300 price of Ethereum, just for this point I'm trying to make. Times $300 Ethereum, $6.3. Now I know people who got into this at about $2.80. Some people, because they offered, if you could do a large order of Ethereum, you got even more of a bonus. It was even less than that, a good bit less than $2.80. However, this math right now at $300 again is $6.30. So if you were in at 280, it didn't triple, right? Did not triple, but it's more than doubled, right? Because if it's $2.80 times 2 is $5.60. Well, my example was $6.30. So you're doing good. Again, having said that though, if you really want to get the price, if you unloaded today, it would be, if you were in at, well, let's do this, the same, I'm looking at this order right here, 0.021 times $200 Ethereum is $4.20. Still better than $2.80, isn't it? Matter of fact, that's a win for me, right? This is the Populous token. But imagine if you did the, and you can do the, here's the thing, you can do this transaction regardless of what price Ethereum is. It doesn't matter if, you know, let's pretend 0.021 times $100 Ethereum. Oh my God, $100 Ethereum. $2.01 or 10 cents. What, I was in at 280, man. Oh my gosh, it's a loss. Relax. Like I said, relax. Don't do it when you want to come. Just relax. You know they're going back up. Cliff High has warned about this, and yet everyone gets so freaking emotional and they're emailing me. Oh my God. Settle down. Settle down. Little child, dry your crying eyes. Listen, It doesn't matter because you're getting X number of Ethereum back. It doesn't matter if the price of Ethereum is $400, $300, or $200. You're still getting X number of Ethereum back for X number of Populous tokens or whatever, Veritasium, whatever you're doing. So if you're still getting back 300 Ethereum, even though Ethereum's $200, it doesn't matter if it was 300 or 400. You're still getting back 300 Ethereum. You're going to sit back and wait. Oh, it's starting to recover. 220, 250, 280. All right, here we go. Took 2-3 weeks, but okay. Oh, it's over 300 now. Oh, what did Cliff say it was going to go to ultimately? $500, $600, $700, $800? Yep. Oh man, I got 300. Oh man. I'm not even gonna play any more ICO games or nothing. I'm just gonna sit back now and wait for those prices to hit Ethereum. You could do that, and then unload your 300. You could unload 300 now at $200 a piece, or you could unload 300 later at $350, $400, whatever dollars a piece when those prices finally come back. Literally $200 to $400. You could double. It would be the equivalent of having, instead of 300 Ethereum today, it'd be the equivalent of having 600 Ethereum today and unloading them. Sounds good, doesn't it? That's why I tell you, just chill. It's cool. This doesn't bother me. My stomach is not even turning. No, what's going to happen? No. I'm actually thinking, okay, I still want those 2 ICOs. I want Populous, or Pillar. I want InsureX, and should I unload some Ethereum and flip them into Litecoin, or just sell now, wait to see if we get down to the low mid-hundreds, then buy back? You know, I'm actually considering this. Why not? Why not? I see those 2 ICOs. I don't see anything in the near future that I'm really concerned with as far as ICOs go, but I do like Pillar. I do like InsureX, and I think I want to just chill. I know Big Swear's been talking about the salt lending thing. Might be a good one too. I'm not sure I want to get into that one. I think I want to get into these next 2. Like I've been talking about these next 2, and that's it. And then sit back until a nice big, big shark comes. I'm fishing, and a nice big shark comes along. Oh, that's the one I want to get in. Oh, it took till September, October, but there it is. Now I'm getting back in the game. Unless I hear some ICO comes out in between then. Haven't heard about it yet. Oh, what's this one? Oh, that sounds really good. Guess what? I'll be out here to do a video. Guys, check this one out. I think it might be time to get some of the stash out of Ethereum and get ready for this one. I'll come out and do the video. But I'm telling you right now what my plan is. Get in some InsureX, get in some Pillar, sit back. Yes, we might see some destruction in the prices of Ethereum over this week for the reasons I've just explained earlier in this video. And you may have an opportunity to buy in. Now, what you might do, if you've got cash on standby and you're nervous about playing with Ethereum, you may say, well, I just want to hold on to what I've got. I don't want to do that. Okay. It's what the price rebounds and okay, I get it. But I got some cash on the side. I've got $1,000 or whatever. Man, if this thing goes down to 100, I could buy 10 Ethereum for $1,000. Ooh, that sounds good. I'll see if it happens. If it gets close to it, I might go buy some more. But I'm not going to sell what I've got. Right? You could do that. There's so many ways to kind of play this. And each of these ways I'm telling you, and again, it's going to be hard to time it perfectly of what exactly, how low Ethereum is exactly going to go to. But you can win. And think each time, oh, I went up, sold off, came down, didn't quite meet the top, and I didn't quite meet the bottom, but I got close enough. I bought back in, rode that baby up, did it again. More ICOs came out, pushed the price down again. I sold off and went down. Didn't time it perfectly, but I still timed it good. And each time, literally riding these crocodile teeth, oh my gosh, 20%. Oh, I did 40 on that one, 40%. 20% again. Holy crap, I did 50%. Each time, you can make yourself a small fortune doing that. Forget the ICO stuff, right? I don't even need to mess with that. I'll just play with Ethereum. Or maybe your weapon of choice is, some one of the other coins. But Ethereum's the one that's used for the ICOs, which is why I think it's going to constantly get hit harder than the rest, which means there's more volatility there, which means there's also more room to make some big plays with just Ethereum. So I'm preparing you for this right now. And we could see some destruction this week, $100-something easily Ethereum prices. Get ready for it, just in case. Don't get nervous. Nope. Get your silly emotions out of the picture. You are now a trader. You remember the Goonies. Goonies never say die. Goonies never say sell all. All right, I gotta run. Keep up.